Welcome to Kaks Bar and Podcast, Canada's first podcast bar. What that means is you can come here for food, you can come here for drinks, you can also come here and record a podcast. Come on down, we're located in downtown Calgary, Alberta in the Beltline area. See you soon. And we're rolling. Okay, tonight was the first comedy night at Kaks Bar and Podcast called Laugh at Kaks. And I'm here today with all the talent. Okay, we got the host, John Regnier.
Hi, what's up? It's pronounced Regnier, but close enough. That's cool.
Did I not say that?
French.
Yeah, I'm French.
No, but did I not say regular? No.
Yeah, you just go. And that's basically my name.
Anyway, like this, though, right?
Shout out, John.
Kaylon Lambert. Kaylon Lambert, one of the other comedians who have organized this thing for us here.
Yeah, super stoked to be bringing like another really exciting show to Calgary because, you know, I feel like it's a community that's hungry, and you know, I think the more opportunities that comics have for the shows, they're just going to get better and better. So like, I'm more than honored and happy to be able to bring, you know, something like that to the table.
Yeah.
And
My name's Casey.
Hello, my name is Tarah Buchanan. I'm originally from Ontario. Don't hold that against me. Got my start in Toronto. I live in Calgary now. I love it here. Here to stay.
Tara, you almost have like
Watch
this.
and learn. Sorry.
Tara fixed our sound halfway through, and then she kind of like dialed in like, this is what needs to happen, and I was like, okay, like at this point I'm like, I like who's this confident person beside me telling me what to do? Like, I didn't know you were one of the talent. I was just like, oh yeah, and then I was just like, yeah. But then you literally fucking made me laugh my ass off. You corrected the sound after that. I'm like, do you want the float? Just take all the money. Like,
I'll take all the money, but yeah, where the fuck were you, Bonnici? God.
Tara, but can you tell people like your background? Like how'd you know to kind of like take the reins there?
I produce a few shows in town. I produce the Confession Booth Comedy on Sunday, Laughs on Tap on Tuesday night, Fishbowl Comedy on Wednesday, and then I have a monthly show that I started during the pandemic called Speakeasy, and I used to just do it on Instagram Live out of my living room. Casey has been on it before, but now I took it to a live stage at Rose Luxury Lounge, which is just on
yourself? Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This question is for Kaylon and John. So you guys were both trying to pitch a comedy show to this establishment within the same couple weeks.
They were barely trying, to be honest. It was very casual. Like,
and so
It was quite cavalier, yeah. It was quite cavalier. We just happened to be sitting beside each other at the bar, and I was like, oh, you're a comic? Oh, yeah, no way fucking way. Me too.
So, yeah, Kaylon.
yeah, the first time like meeting, it was just like off the cuff because I was literally just boarding from work one day and I seen this place opening up and I was like, oh, podcast space. I listen to podcasts. Like, shit, why not? Like, I think it's the perfect venue for it, right? And then, yeah, I was been talking with Cass. Lo and behold, John has been talking with Shawn about the show. So then it worked out perfectly. And, yeah, it was kind of...
meant to be, I think.
It was serendipitous.
Exactly.
I would say it was, in fact, serendipitous.
Exactly. And, like, that was, like, the really nice thing is, like, even though when me and John met randomly and it was, like, impromptu, like, I'm grabbing a drink before a show, you know, he's here chatting with Shawn and Cass, and, you know, it worked out. It ended up working out perfectly, even though it was kind of, like, thrown together.
You have asked for
it's only up from here. You know?
I want to applaud these two because they're relatively new in the comedy scene, and
For sure.
You guys told me you're established vets.
I'm outing you. What I really, because I run a lot of shows, and I can see what's happening in a show, and what I noticed is everybody has a job to do. Kaylon is at the front door. He's selling tickets. He's being responsible with that. He's running things, making sure people are, know where they're sitting, etc. And then John is hosting the show. Everybody has a job. That's when everything runs smoothly. And there was clear communication. You guys didn't get all butt hurt and dick hard about like, well, I was here first. I'm running the show.
I think it was just one of those things where like we both had an idea, and thankfully both our idea was on the same page.
Yeah.
Like that would have been the tough thing, is if John had a different idea of how he wanted to like potentially go with the show, and I did too. But when we had our sit down and we talked about the show, it was basically like, okay, you got something good here. what can we both add to the show and like benefit each other to like list in the next few comics that we got set up for both mine and John's shows. Like,
also, it is 2 separate shows.
Well, no, it's the same show, but we
rotate
duties.
Yeah, we rotate like while we got like Tarah here. I want to give like props to Tarah because like as she mentioned, you know, like I am a newer comic. I've been doing it only for 6 months, but you know, I've been grateful for all the opportunities that I've had, and you know, thankfully Tarah has been able to give me, you know, a handful of those opportunities. So, you know, that's what I wanted to do with these first couple shows is, you know, pay it forward to, you know, comics and producers who have like put me on and given me opportunity
Audiences, but
Yeah, sometimes the comics
I
are
love
just
watching
doing a
comics.
set for the comics.
Going down every once in a while is like half the fun. You just like it's like a coming to Jesus moment where you're like, oh wait,
I've learned way more from a
Fuck.
bomb. Yeah,
for sure.
I've learned way more from bombing than I have from having great sets. If you have a great set, it's literally just keep things rolling, keep doing the same thing over and over again. When you bomb is actually when you learn.
Can I say something? I just want to say, Casey, you are one of those guys who never quits, and I like that about you. Kaylon,
That doesn't sound good.
I want to say,
but you don't stop.
I just want to say, like, whether you bomb or whether you do great, you always come back. And because sometimes I was just like, I didn't know, is Casey coming back? And you always fucking did. So you're super reliable. I will always book you. Kaylon,
I was like,
I want to say thank you for what you just said. I want to try and create a culture of inclusivity where, you know, you don't have to like suck dick of producers to get on shows. You can just be responsible.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to change.
Be competent. Be competent and show up. Be funny and show up.
First, I'd probably say, yeah, everyone's set. I feel like, again, I think a lot of the jokes probably would have, again, landed a little bit harder if, like,
Okay, I'm just.
you want to start controversy.
Hold up. Okay, Kaylon, I do gotta ask. This is something me and my girl actually looked at each other for. Like, okay, guys, correct me. Again, I'm a humble audience member.
Yeah.
Forget, like, are you supposed to look at your phone for, like, the punchline? Like, that's where I kind of got a bit confused, where I was like, because, like, normally, aren't you supposed to, like, not need to look at...
More so, like...
Look, I'm not up there, by the way. I'm not up there, by the way. I know
that's all good.
You get nervous.
I'll be straight up.
Yeah,
That was my first, like, actual 10-minute set.
Yeah.
So, you know, the first, like, 5 or 6 minutes would be, like, good. I like having that, like, called out. Because, like, honestly, like, I'm one of those people that pride myself on being able to do... you know, 5 minutes what I've been doing lately, like without looking at my phone, and it being like, you know, a blistering 5 minutes.
Like I lost the illusion for a second,
for
right?
For sure. And I definitely understand it. So that's why I said earlier, you know, that's one thing I, as a newer comic, I've definitely like prided myself on is not really having to do that. So like when I do, you know, rely onto that, like building the rest of the set, building onto the rest of the set, you know, as you mentioned, it does break the illusion.
Yeah.
But
I still laugh, but not as hard as had you just rolled.
It's basically just building up the set for me. How is everybody's sets rated? I'd say like probably 7.5s across the board. If the sound was dialed in,
my bad.
Let's bump that up a full score. You know, I feel like chatty dudes, so I can talk all day.
I never really like check my phone for jokes. I'm just looking at like football scores because I have a vicious gambling problem.
That.
It happens. Like with brand new stuff, you sometimes like look at your phone just to figure out what like where you're going with it or what the next joke is.
Was that normal practice?
Sometimes depends. Yeah.
Okay.
It depends. Like if you're at an open mic, yeah, sure. Book shows depends.
The way I met Tarah was I came to a comedy show. And it turned out it was Weird Al Yankovic style parody night. And I was like, I invited a bunch of my coworkers to come to this because I thought I was going to do stand up. And then I just like looked back and forth, and Tarah just looked at me like with this, yeah, you can do it. And I was like, I could probably fucking fake my way through this. And we've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
Did she book you on the Weird Al thing because of the mustache? Or
No. This is new. I shaved this today. That's why I only have like a 4 o'clock shadow. Yeah. Anyway, though, as far as like hosting and how everybody did, like I was wildly impressed. I was also so thrilled that Joe and Des came in. Just like off the bench, just work, come into a comedy night, and I was like, you want to kill 5 minutes? And they were like, yeah.
I now know why comics are like in a basement against a brick wall. I used to wonder. Now I'm like, oh, it's a sound thing, man.
Yeah.
Underneath in a confined, we have a 15-foot ceiling, so it echoes up. Yeah.
Oh,
and it's bouncing upon doors and
everything
open bathrooms.
is
And we're like,
yeah,
it's
not that it's a bad venue for acoustics, but it's definitely a venue that doesn't really facilitate a guitar amp.
We'll get the PA system. That was our bad. I'm so sorry, guys.
The guitar amp,
that's all I had.
Yeah.
The illusion of a low ceiling is here too, because you guys have the fairy lights up. So it's workable. It's just once you have proper speaker system.
We do.
All right, you can follow me on Instagram at Slayville. It's where I'm posting all my dates, everything incorporated about comedy, and then on Facebook, got back on there posting.
Okay, but next week you're hosting?
Yeah, next week. Next
Kaks Bar
Thursday.
Podcast, Kaylon's hosting next week.
Laugh at Kaks. I'll be hosting. Same thing. John will be featuring.
Okay.
I think Casey's going to be on there.
Casey, jump on next week, Casey.
Yeah.
Jump on.
Yeah, like Tarah, if you're free, come through. Because, again, inclusivity, you hit it on the head. That's what we're trying to build in this comedy community. So, again, just adding on to the days that people could come in. So, follow me on Slayville. Follow Kaks Podcast.
All the show notes. Casey there.
Oh, yeah. So my Instagram is casey.bonnici, Bonnici. I got to just change it to my YouTube, and everything else is all KCB Comedy. Every Monday I'm at the Comedy Cave, and then periodically throughout the week I'm also there, and then I'm around at clubs and everything throughout the week, and then also...
Done. We'll see you next week here at Kaks Bar and Podcast.
Yeah, I'll be here next week as well, and then also Kafomedy on September 8th.
The beer is my Instagram, no age. I don't really post very much about my comedy except for the nights that we're doing here at Kaks Bar and Podcast.
Thank you, I guess.
See people come out. Well, I just don't do that many shows. I work nights, man. I've been in the industry for far too long. Yeah, exactly.
Hone your craft.
But anyway, though, I really just am so grateful that this evening happened, and it was as fun as it was, and the quality of everybody that went up.
I want to say that the sound was what it was tonight, but knowing that, I think that we need to dial in our comedy when we know what we're dealing with. So, Kaylon, I had no problem hearing you tonight, but I hate that joke that you tell about your mother, and I want you to stop telling it. The only funny part of that joke was when you were like, maybe it is insensitive of me to tell that about her. I laughed so hard because it broke the tension in such a beautiful way, and I love that. Keep working on that energy. Yeah. Casey, you knew what the sound was. Quit fucking mumbling, okay? Enunciate. Italian stallion. John Regnier,
light me up.
You were great. Never do jokes after the headliner. She's the star, not you. And for me, I give it a solid 7 out of 10.
You're like, holy.
Also, follow me at Top Shelf CP. That's short for Top Shelf Comedy Productions. Please follow my production company for all of my updates on all of my shows that I run. You can follow my personal Instagram. It's at Tarah Buchanan, Buchanan.
Well, you guys heard what Tarah said about your stuff, but not me. Apparently I did everything correct. All right, guys, bye.
I feel like I deserved everything that I got.